Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. You know, I always like to say this is the day that the Lord has made, and we choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Well, I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and the president of a nonprofit organization acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated, where we have the great privilege and the honor and the assignment to render hope, encouragement, and inspiration to the whole wide world. And we're grateful to God that He's allowed us to accept that assignment, and we're doing just that. Well, before I introduce my guest, I want you to take the opportunity to go to our YouTube channel, to subscribe, so that you will become a part of our team, to spread this message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration all around the world. We've already started to do that, and we're grateful to God for the same. And He's already doing it, so we're just going to follow in His footsteps and allow God to be used through us. And He's in us. He's in Project 365, this particular platform that has been set aside just to render hope, encouragement, and inspiration to the world. So thank you for tuning in. And I know on today you will have a great opportunity to hear words of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. Well, today I would like to bring to our platform, the platform of Project 365, Mr. Adrian Newton. And Mr. Newton, or Adrian, my nephew, is going to share about the topic of, let's see, what is the easiest way of saying it? Just share about taking care of your wife who may have physical challenges. At one point, when they said, I do, of course, everything is hunky-dory and wonderful, but life happens. Life happens. And
Yes.
His wife is dealing with physical challenges, but it's amazing. They love each other, and the God that's in them, it's amazing how He just keeps them connected, keep them glued together. And in spite of what He has to do and how his life has shifted, the love is still there, and it's only God can keep them smiling and with the laughter and the love that they have between each other. But we wanted to share this topic with the many men that are out there in our audience who may be going through the same experience and don't know what to do. You don't know fully understand your emotions. You don't know why, but we just wanted to take an opportunity to share on that topic. Know that this is a no judgment zone. So whatever emotions you're feeling, it's okay. It's okay. The problem comes in is when we don't deal with our emotions. Okay. So
Right.
I'm going to step back. And first of all, Adrian, I just want to thank you for accepting our invitation to come and share on this topic. And you got the platform.
Well, thank you very much, and Portia. Thank you for this platform and this opportunity to share what, as a husband, uh, go through dealing with a wife with health challenges. It's not an easy road, but yet still I'm inspired because when we stood in front of the congregation, uh, we declared until death do us part. So that is a very important part of when you stand up in front of people and you decree and declare that you're going to forsake this for health, riches for poor, and when those obstacles come, then we have to be able to uh, live through it and be able to be challenged by it, but yet hold on to God through it all. And I do give you honor today. Uh, and I do push you because I don't know how you do 365, how you going to do it, but I know God is going to take you through this. And but I do sit here and I think about, excuse me, all of the times that I have, like, I mean, from day to day, as a husband, trying to support your family, your wife, you're trying to make sure the house is running, bills. I do the cooking, meals being prepared. whether we get it out or whether I cook it myself. It's a lot of responsibility, but yet there is hope even in that. And even through her challenges, we don't name it dialysis. We call it live dialysis. So it's not we decree and declare that she's not going to die, but she's going to live and decree and declare the works of the Lord. So a lot of people, when we hear other testimonies of them going through the same situations or even worst case scenarios, because my wife is part of the dialysis group, and there are many testimonies of how, they go through depression, they don't know how they're going to make it, but nevertheless, we look at it like this: we just have to deal with what we have to deal with and let God do the rest. Um, we've been friends for years. Me and my wife always been friends. People thought we were married before we got married. Um, I declared I wasn't gonna marry her. She declared she wasn't gonna marry me. But nevertheless, we always been friends. And I'm not saying it's an honor, but I count it as my duty to be able to stand beside her and take care of her. And whatever God's will is, that's what I want, and I'm not speaking death, but I just want to be able to be there, whatever God says. And it's a challenge sometimes. There's been times I had my little um, emotional time by myself when I think about even like with my mother dealing with a little bit of dementia, and then my grandmother had just passed a couple of years ago, and she was like another mother to me. And there were times I still had moments, but nevertheless, I just picked myself back up and realized that one thing I realized that there are many cases that are way worse than ours. So we cannot even complain. My wife says she doesn't complain even in the things that she is going through. So I just have to learn how to act silly, make the atmosphere fun, um, as some of, I think it's called Prayer to This, we get all of our stuff shipped to our house, and she has to do her dialysis every 4 hours or 6 hours. Sometimes we can stretch it to 8 at the max, but nevertheless, it's something that it's a part of life now. Just like the pandemic, we learn how to live with the things that come in our lives. And but I always have hope. Always have hope. And I just want to be one of the beacon lights in this world to let the other husbands know that we are here to support our wives in any endeavor. Ups and downs. They're going to come. Of course, at Portia, how you had to through with Teddy, and you know firsthand how it is to have to deal with a spouse that's going through physically, and I can't even compare what we're going through with that. But nevertheless, it'll make you stronger, and it make you stronger, and it will make you um, appreciate the little things in life. Now that sometimes she's challenged with the weakness, and I have to be physically support, um, mentally support. I have to make sure I keep my job and be that financial support. It's a lot of support um, areas that I have to make sure that I maintain in my life. Even the spiritual support. Being able to say a prayer, or being able to say, even that sentimental support. Give her a hug. Wrap my arms around her neck. It's a lot of support items that are there when you talk about supporting your wife, and she encourages me. You know, uh, she be like, honey, it is what it is. And sometimes I want to put my head down, but sometimes I just got to pick my own stuff up as I said, by the bootstraps, uh, and just put my shoulder to the grind and just say, hey, Lord, I thank you for even just allowing us together just to see another day. Whatever this day bring, we already know that God is going to give us the strength and give us the wisdom to deal with what we have to deal with throughout the day. So in no wise, I don't keep a complaining spirit at all. It's just like, Lord, I thank you. Just being able to say I can be there, and it's it's just a wonderful thing to be side by side. We're just like Bonnie and Clyde. We're two peas in a pod, always have been, and will always will be. Until the Lord come back, until one of us get out of here. But we are here together, and believe me, she has a lot more strength than a lot of people may know. I mean, spiritually, she always been a strong woman in the Lord. No hold back. She never holds back. Uh, just what you call she is what she is. And even through her dialysis, we both excellent. If you could see us around here in the house, if you could be a fly on the wall and see how we encourage one another. We just act silly. That keeps things going. We don't walk around depressed and things come sometimes as human. But nevertheless, like the Bible said, the joy of the Lord is our strength. So I learned how to lean on God even when I can't even lean on my own self. But it's just God that's keeping us. And I thank God that, I have a wonderful wife, and I hope that I'm a wonderful husband to her. But but I'm just here to be of support. And it's just all about the love, and just we want to drive in the sunset together. You see two old people walking down the street. That's how I want to be. Honestly, I just want to be able to say that we made it through this thing together. So yeah, but like you had down here on this paper, like the shift, you could go through life and then all of a sudden things start happening. And it's been over almost 2 years. This October will be 2 years that she has been dealing with dialysis. But nevertheless, like you say, it's sometimes that shift. Sometimes at first you're not used to it. Sometimes you do ask why. How come you see other people that's meaner and nastier. You like, how come they can't, be the sick one? And then there are times, even in my schedule, working in the school system and then working part time at the Hyatt, and then trying to, get buff in the gym. I've been training with a personal trainer, and it's a lot. And then some days I have to come home and cook on the weekends, and it's a lot. But nevertheless, I don't complain. I honestly don't complain at all. No, none whatsoever. I do not complain whatsoever. I count my blessings. I just learned how to look at the small things, in life, the more things that sometimes we take for granted, just being able to be together. No, she may not be in the best health, but thank God she's still here, and thank God we're able to, like I said, we are two clams. We are two peas in a pie. And I think this is me, because I used to be quiet. My wife brought all that stuff out of me because I was really a quiet person, honestly. You couldn't get two sentences. When I started coming to Center Street years ago, excuse me, I was quiet. I was really quiet, but she brought out, now she said I talk too much, just like just like today, she told me, I went to Walmart. She said, please don't run your mouth. Please just go to the store and come back, but it's all in fun, really. It's all in fun. And but it's just the main thing is making the best out of everything, and just say a prayer and put God first. And God knows He will bring you through any situation, any situation. And I just thank God that I'm able to be here and to tell my testimony, because everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And those that are listening, if you are a husband, you do have a wife that's physically challenged, I'm just here to let you know that, you can do it. God has given me the strength for the last almost 2 years. And the road gets rough at times, with the tiredness and with the physical things that I have to deal with. But nevertheless, I learned how to count it all joy, honestly. Learn how to count it all joy, and know that God would not put no more on you that you are able to bear. And like the song said, if it's there, it means you can bear it. So I'm just here as a living witness that I'm bearing the things that I need to bear, and God would not leave us nor forsake us. And That's true. That's the honest moment. God will not leave us nor forsake us. And I'm just glad to be able to sit here and say, God is bringing us through. And, and whatever God's will is, if He raise her up, I'm going to shout all around that church. And I'm telling you, I'm just looking for that day, because I look at it like this. We're not here as a residence. We're here just temporary. It's just a temporary inconvenience right now. So I just thank God that sometimes He'll put things in our way to even test our faith, what we're going to do in the Lord. Are we going to give up on Him, or are we going to, walk around here like we don't have any hope? But the Bible tells us that we should not walk around here as those that don't have any hope. We do have a hope. We do have hope, and God is still a healer. And if He doesn't do it, He's still a healer. So we have to decree and declare that. Sometimes we get frustrated over the things that, okay, He didn't get me, He didn't allow me to get this car, He didn't allow me to get this house, but He is still God, and He still sits on the throne, and we cannot charge God foolishly for the things that we think He should have done. But God is praise God's moment. I don't know how much time I have left, but I just praise God for what He's done. So, and what He's
Okay.
doing and what He's going to do.
Absolutely. Give Him that praise. You know how, remember back in the day, we used to have layaways?
Yes,
Put a layaway praise
yes,
on, because it's coming.
yes,
It's coming.
yes,
However it comes, we don't know how it's going to come. We don't know, but we know it's coming. And
yes,
what He's already brought you through, that's a praise. What He's got you
yes,
going through right
yes,
now, that's a
yes,
praise. And what He's
yes,
going to bring you through, and
yes,
what's going to happen for you, that's a
yes,
praise.
yes,
It's always an opportunity. I remember my sister saying, "It's only two times to give God praise: when
exactly.
you feel like it and when you don't feel like it."
Yes, yes,
But
exactly.
that praise is important. It is very important. Never let go of your praise. Never
Yes,
let any situation take your praise. It
yes,
may not be so emotional,
right,
externally
right,
emotional, but when you keep that praise on your lips and down in your soul,
exactly, exactly,
God honors that. God
exactly.
honors that. And you talk about not complaining. That, I must say, I've never ever heard you nor Tanya, well, Latanya, complain. Never. I've never, and
Right,
I bless God for that, because you definitely have reason that you could,
right.
but you choose not to. And that is a blessing. And I understand it is your faith in God that
Yes,
takes you
yes,
through.
yes,
And you wonder what, if people look at you externally on the outside, they don't see what's going on within,
true.
but they have to know that it's your faith in
Yes,
God that's taking you through. That's
yes,
taking you through,
yes,
because even individuals that can see what you're experiencing now, and they're wondering, how are you getting through that? How? And it's only your faith in God
yes,
and your prayer life,
yes, yes,
because it's more than just talk. I
yes,
know it's more than
yes,
just talk.
yes,
So you have to pray that thing.
yes,
Let me ask you this. What do you do as an out? And I know as much as you love Latanya, um, and there for her and all of that, but there are times the husband or the wife, if we did flip the script, the husband or the wife, you need a time out for yourself. What do
right.
you do?
Well, believe it or not, you know me. I love to go. It is what it is. I love clothes. I love to just go in the store. I don't care. It could be Walmart. It could be Goodwill. I will find it. That's one of the outlets. That or just riding around town, just for a moment. I really love to. My main thing is shopping. I mean, I have got a thing on tennis shoes now and jogging suits. I had bought probably about 15 jogging suits since Christmas. And my wife said, "Don't you buy another jogging suit?" But it's for me, it's shopping. I know it sounds like a woman thing, but I love going, and now I think I had lost the weight a little bit. So now I'm getting into my clothes, and because I like to look good. It's just me. I'm sorry. I just like to look nice, And
No apology
but
necessary.
really getting out and walking or driving around is really a break for me. Even if I just drive around town, maybe go by my mom's, or maybe I have seen times I just go by the water, or just go down where what we call Long Wharf, or the other place we have down there. But yeah, just get out the house, just get out, change the atmosphere. Um,
Change the scenery.
that's my outing, really.
Yeah, that is good, because you definitely need it. And we're just believing in God with you. Something's going to shift again, something's
Right.
going to change. And even if it does not, we still know God is able.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
still know God is able. So
definitely,
that is a
definitely.
wonderful thing.
That doesn't change his character at all.
No,
Our
thing.
situation does not change who he is. It does not. So,
It does not. When the last time you had a good dance?
oh Lord, let me see. Because of the pandemic, we started having church, but I'm on the organ, so it's like we haven't had a good shout. But I may be in here by myself, and I may play a tape. In fact, it was last week. I was in here looking at a video on the computer, and it was like a praise day, a praise break. I said, "My God, that music sounds really good." And I got up, did my little, by myself.
Mhm.
It wasn't in church, but yeah,
But still, and that's what I love about having your own relationship with God. Though at the time the church doors were closed, though we already know that we individually are the church, but when those doors was closed, there's still something about giving God praise in the house of
yes,
God. But we
yes,
can do it at home, and I'm
yes.
so grateful for that, because my home has become my sanctuary.
I know it
And
has. You got
you give
upstairs, downstairs, basement. You,
and I praise God on all levels. I
oh
praise God
yeah,
on all levels.
yes, yes.
Yeah, but I'm just so thankful for you taking the time to come and share on our platform on Project 365, because this message will go out to many men, and to that may have a spouse who is dealing with health challenges. And to our
Right.
audience, if you know someone, if you know of a male who's dealing with a situation such as this, please share this video. Please share this video. They may not even want to talk about it with someone, but they will sit and listen to this particular testimonial, and to the fact that what God has done for Adrian, God will do the same for them. And you can't always go on 100% of what the doctors say,
Exactly.
because the doctors could have given Tanya up some time ago. But look at
Exactly.
God. Look at
Exactly.
God. And it's not
Yes. Yes.
another thing I like to point out is that we don't over spiritualize things.
Right.
We don't
Right.
over spiritualize
Right.
things, but we are
Exactly.
spiritual beings. So
Right.
we tap into the spirit very quickly, very
Right.
quickly.
Right.
That's the first thing we know to do, and that's what we will continue
Right.
to do. So
Right.
we give God praise for Tanya
Yes.
still being here. She's going to be with
Yes.
us for a while, because she's very
Oh yeah.
vocal.
She
So
ain't going
she's
away.
very she ain't going nowhere. She's
They ain't
and
going
then when
away.
she you got to know Latanya. You have to know
Yes.
Latanya. But she's a great woman
Exactly.
of God. She's a wonderful niece, and we appreciate you being her husband. We thank God for you sticking in there with her, hanging in there, taking
Yes.
care of her, loving her, and all of that goes
Yes.
together with
Yes.
saying, I do.
I do. Yes.
I
Yes.
do. So again, thank you so very much. And to our
Thank you
audience, don't
again for the
forget to go.
opportunity.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it, especially when you speak from your heart. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
So don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, so that
I with
this
that.
message, you did
I
great,
did.
great, great.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
With that.
so that this message can go across the country. And remember, your words have power. And
Yes.
I've already put it out there. This message will go across the country that will encourage many men. And we're grateful to God for the same. Well, Adrian, you take care. God
You
bless you,
too.
everyone. And we will
God
see
bless you
you
too.
again tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.